in just, I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I mowed this. The weeds come back up in the clover. I don't know how much you can see on the camera, but boy, it's grown up. Where the clover came in real good, not as much. Where the clover's light, it's fighting with the weeds. Where the weeds really came back. A lot of deer out today. Saw a couple deer over the other side. They just kind of wandered through while I was mowing, and sure enough, I come over here down on the south end of this long plot. Sure enough, they're standing there. Then I get up here on the north end of this plot, and there's a big old fat doe standing on the wood line. She kind of just stepped back in a few feet and thought I'd go away, but I had to turn towards her. She just kind of slowly meandered off into the woods. So it must be lunchtime. The clover's looking fairly decent here. It's been pretty bad. I think if we keep mowing it, the clover's trying to catch up to the weeds. You see, she's pretty weedy here. But we got decent clover. Not perfect, but we also don't. I should say we don't. We just haven't sprayed it. Not sure if we're gonna spray it or not. Got some pretty decent clover up in here, but she's starting to thin out. Real weedy. This part back here is really weedy. I don't even know what there's a little bit of clover down in here. Not a lot. A little bit of clover up along the edge there. You can see how I just mowed this. I'd have to go back and look at my last video. It was just 2 or 3 weeks ago I mowed this, and it's already grown up 1.5 foot. The weeds have, so we'll keep mowing it and see how the clover does. If you don't cut it, I may have to come in here and hit her with something to kill the weeds out of it. I've heard some guys just doing a light dose of Roundup to kill the weeds. The clover will bounce back, or we'll do it right, spray it with what it's supposed to have, get it out. Pumpkins are coming in pretty good up. We got a roll going on the other end. I'll shoot a little bit of that once I get up there. Well, this end about got the mowing done. Pretty cool to see so many deer today out here. Must be lunchtime. I'm bugging them out during lunch. Big doe standing there when I first came over here. Standing there, big fat belly on her, nice and healthy. You can see if I'm going too fast. Definitely a little bit of clover still growing in here. Not super great. I kind of feel like this end needs to be sprayed and replanted or something, I don't know. Clover gets better into here. Not too bad along there. You can see from here we got a nice row of pumpkins coming in. Grandpa planted some giants down here. He fenced them off to keep the critters out. Said they're Dill Atlantic giants he planted. And some big pumpkins. I'll stop videoing for now. I've got some more mowing to do with the buckboard goats. I'll shoot another one over there. Got a couple of turkeys out here strutting. I don't know if we can see them. Had deer earlier, now I'm out here at the disc. Got a tom out there at full strut. Well, we're wrapping up the day of playing here. Came out here and I mowed this earlier, and I shot a little video. There's a couple deer out here. Came walking out right up kind of there, and they just kind of wandered down through here while I was out here mowing. Mowed that, went over the other side, shot a little video over there mowing the clover. It's only been like 3 weeks, and the clover was grown up with weeds again already. So mowed that, then we threw on the new disc. If you can call a 1950s disc new. We've got a newer style, one of the small angle iron ones. Seems to work pretty good, but Grandpa Kevin picked up this old, this is a Ferguson 22 that eventually became the Massey Ferguson 25. These were built, these 22s were built late 50s, early 60s. We picked it up, need a little work. One of the brackets was broke on it. I did a little reading on these, and people just seem to brag them up like crazy. Say they're one of the best performing discs ever built. Still supposed to outperform everything built nowadays. I think it's because everything flexes on it. Most of the discs are real rigid. And this, just everything. Everything's on a pivot, everything moves and floats. Every gang floats independently, up and down on each end, so it really contours really well. And so we're out here just kind of playing in this this plot here. This is our going to be our brassicas this fall. It was overran last year with thistles. We tried to spray it before we plowed it, and the thistles whooped our butt. And they're whooping our butt again this year. So we were kind of just goofing off with the disc. I wanted to see how it worked. So this was earlier, this was just growed up. Probably 40% of this was covered in thistles already. So I just disked it just to see how the disc worked. This is going to have to be burned a couple times, at least a couple times. For sure once really good with Roundup to get the thistles out of it before we plant. We won't plant this till August, late August probably. We'll plant this in brassica, so we got plenty of time. I'm sure it's going to just keep growing up here throughout the summer. We'll burn it as we get closer to the season. We'll burn it down. Right now I wanted to play. We got one of the gangs on the disc is it's kind of folding over. It's almost got a little too much play in it, and it's kind of binding up, so we got to do a little adjusting on it. Otherwise, boy, it does a really good job. Not that our little rigid one doesn't work too, but this just really flexes all the contours and everything, goes over everything real nice. So we'll keep messing with it. Definitely does good for a 40, 50, 60-year-old disc. Grandpa and Cruzy are out playing around. We came out here earlier. Actually, when I was out coming out here with the disc, and up right up around the corner there was a Tom and a hen. I'm coming down here in the tractor, and Grandpa and Cruzy in the truck, and there's a Tom in full strut. I think I got a little bit of video of that. I'll try to post that. Tom in full strut chasing the hen when we were coming out here. So, well, we're going to wrap up for the day. This old Ferguson, 3 of the gangs are working beautifully. One of them, she's just bending too much, flexing underneath itself and almost kind of twisting up under itself. And gonna have to do a little figuring on that and figure out what's going on with it. Otherwise, it seems to perform well. Didn't pay very much for it. She's old and kind of wore out, but the definitely is nice how much it flexes. Every little hill and dip and stuff, every gang contours down into it instead of being rigid. So that's pretty cool. We'll keep shooting some videos as this plot progresses. I'm sure another couple weeks the thistles will have it overgrown up again. So we'll have to burn this hard as it gets closer to the season. Because last year the thistles just whooped a lot of our brassica, and we didn't get them sprayed good enough. So that'll be the plan for this. Otherwise, I mowed on the other side. I shot some video of mowing the clover over there. I did mow the buck forage oats over there. That was pretty uneventful. Just mowed it a little bit, and there actually isn't even any buck forage oats over there anymore. It's just weeds. That'll be another fall plot. That one we haven't turned up or anything. It's just weeds for now. It's interesting, earlier when I had those 2 deer come out over here, they ended up going down across the corner of the property, and when I went over to the other side to mow over there, as soon as I dropped down in, sure enough they were standing over in the corner of the property over there. Probably thought I was following them. And then just a couple of young ones. Then right down back over here on the other side, when I was mowing the clover over there, there was a big, nice big fat doe over there. She was just kind of standing along the edge of the woods. She just stepped back in a little bit and just kind of slowly walked off. But nice to see plenty of deer running around even when we're out here goofing off. So, well, I've chatted enough. I'm going to wrap it up. We're going to head towards home.